we're getting after it right now, and then we're getting cool, and we're getting some sun today. It's a Saturday. We got no work, and it's a beautiful day here. So we're at Crunch, and we're getting it in. All right, let's go. All right, over me. We're leaving Crunch. Super cool. Just ran into one of the servers at Meat Market here at Crunch. So he lives down the block. I told him I live right next door, and now it looks like we're gonna be getting some lifts together, which is great because I don't really know anybody yet, and don't have any training partners and all that. So super cool, and it was awesome because 2 days ago I was actually training with him, and it went great. We got along super well, and so looking forward to training with Zach here at Crunch. But I just smashed arms, a lot of biceps, a lot of triceps, and it was good. Did a mixture of some good bodybuilding, and then finished off with chin-ups, close grip push-ups on a barbell. So a little bit of functionality there, making sure my hands, wrists, everything's still super strong. And to be honest, everything's coming together really nicely, guys. Pumped about it. So going up, time to slam a protein shake. Want to stay really consistent with those on all the training days. And then we got the whole day ahead of us. Looking forward to it, so let's head on up. So not that it's that exciting, but here's my new concoction for protein shakes. So about 3 ounces of milk. I already put some in. Doing about 2-3 ounces of coconut water. And then 2-3 ounces of still. Make sure it's not sparkling yet. Still, Saratoga. So, reason why is now we can get all minerals from water. We're getting some good flavor and creaminess from the milk. A few extra calories or whatever, but really it's just to make sure it tastes a little bit better. It's less watery. But we got 1 rounded scoop of whey protein, 1 rounded scoop of creatine, a shake, and we're good to go. All right, moving on. What you doing, baby? What you doing? You ready to go for a walkie? Come on, we're going for a long walk, girl. Come on. Come on. Come on, Eddie, girl. Me and Eddie are out in the Everglades, and we're getting vitamin D. We're dodging alligators. Oh my God. Oh, I thought this one was right here, but tell me that didn't look like an alligator for a second. Like as you're coming up, watch it like that. And no, it's not. There's one all the way at the far end though. You can't really see it. I guess let's walk this way, girl. Come on. Beautiful day out here in Florida, man. This is why I moved out here, to be able to do things like this. Obviously, you can walk shirtless back home in Chicago, but just people give you a different look, than here. So just a little bit more comfy and enjoyable. Hopefully, I'm gonna keep an eye on the water, so because anytime you're super close like this, you gotta be aware. You never know; they could be also right here in a nest or right on the corners of the water. So we got ducks. I think a gator at the far end, but I think we're good over here. So anyways, check out the views. This is my backyard. Why would you need to pay for a big ass house when you could just, and all this acreage? Oh yeah, I get it, I rent it. Beautiful. And then I got my donkey right here, carrying my shirt and anything I need. Love this shit. All right, see you guys at the end of the walk. We're going for probably a record walk right here. See you at the end. All right, guys. honest, I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure that's a gator right there. And then there might be one over there too, or they're just things in the water that look like them. I think this one definitely is. I don't think that one down there is. There's definitely a turtle. Dude, that's 100%, I think, a gator. This is gonna be crazy. Yep. Unless they put fucking fake ones in here. No, that's a real one. I kind of want to get this on my YouTube, so hold on, I'm gonna make a new clip. Hey, quit biting the sticks. There's a fucking alligator right here, dude. Guys, this is just craziness. So, Eddie has no clue, but we're about to go and spook this sucker in the water real quick. Obviously not safe to do with dogs, but I just want you guys to see what Florida is all about. This is crazy. Eddie, just keep a head on a fucking swivel, man. He should dive right into the water as we get close. Eddie. Wow, guys. Oh my gosh. Dude, did you see that? Did you see that, Eddie? Eddie eyes. What the fuck was that, man? A dinosaur. Goddamn dinosaur in the water, Eddie. This is insane, guys. There's another one at the far end, and there's also a little baby dragon. I call them baby dragons. You see them at the edge. It's wild. It's wild. Dude, you don't want to go near that guy. Come on, let's go. Anyways, that's Florida for you, folks. Wow. Come on, let's go. Let's go. This is a beautiful little suburb, man. I mean, I would love for my family, like my sister and her husband and her family, to move out here. I could see them living in a house, you know, just like one of these, with a enclosed pool like this one. Hot tub, pool. I guess you don't need a hot tub, but if not, I guess it's just us, girl. Come on. Eddie. All right, come on. No, we're not taking a break here. Let's go. All right, that's fine. We could take a break here because it's nice and pretty. A little reflection time, guys. I love this state so far, man. I just love it. I wouldn't bullshit you guys. And I wouldn't bullshit myself. If I didn't like it, I would leave. If I didn't like it, I would change it. Just like when I was back home and I had the office, I was there. It didn't pan out exactly how I wanted it to. And I could have stayed there for the 3-year lease that I signed. But I changed it because it wasn't what I wanted. It wasn't what I dreamt of. It wasn't part of the plan. It wasn't going as part of his plan. So, you know, take that as a little bit of advice, is when, you know, if life gives you lemons, that doesn't mean you always got to make lemonade. Okay? So, with that being said, I'm loving where I'm at and where things are headed. It's just awesome. Just loving life, getting in shape again. I'm healthy, I'm sharp. I'm really starting to feel like how I felt when I was like 14, like 13, 14, 15, just hungry. And I miss that feeling. And I'm starting to get glimpses of it again and like literally memories of it. And I think honestly I was living in a daze and in a fog from years 15, like 16 on to 26, to be honest with you guys. I think it had a lot to do with smoking weed, and I think it had a lot to do with just fear, and ego, things like that. So, anyways, let's get Eddie inside, and we'll go from there. All right, so me and Eddie are absolutely cooked from that walk. We're doing a Jocko hydration, 0 sugar to hydrate. Then we're gonna eat some chicken breast, and then we're gonna go head down to the pool for a cold plunge and a little bit of vitamin D, even though I just got a ton during the walk. That's the move, all right? I don't think I'm gonna go hit the pool because the sun is set, so I like to just sit out, get warm, jump in the pool, and then get out and still be able to have the sun. And since it's not out, we're not gonna force it. We're gonna have a lot of sunny days. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna eat the chicken, I'm gonna shower, and then I'm just gonna work. Go get some coffee down in the lobby, and then work till Garrett gets back, and then I just want to make sure I get enough work done, because then I think we're going to go out tonight. He's off, which is great, so I'm off also. And I don't know what we're going to do. I think we're going to go into Tampa, meet up some people, and go from there. I thought I'd reflect on some interesting moment. So in Tampa, last night, there was a thing called the Tea Party, right? And the Tea Party was held by this company down here called Overtime Health, I believe. And their mission is to bring back testosterone, basically, and to bring the opposite of feminine men back, and a lot more from what I know. But either way, I put in an RSVP and I did not get accepted. And I'm seeing these clips of this event, and all it reminded me of was fraternities and the shit that I definitely did not want to be a part of back in college. And so long story short, I am so glad that I didn't get accepted into that party, because I would have felt like a misfit being there. Would I have been around a bunch of pretty girls? Fantastic. I guess I would have met probably some really good entrepreneurs, investors, people in the area, things like that, and that would have been fantastic. But the facade that I think probably so many people there were pulling is just, it's all fake. The fucking fur jackets, all these, suits. I guarantee so many dudes went and spent money on just to look the part, and and smoking cigars and all of these things. And it's like, what does that show? How does that bring back high testosterone? How does that show that you're a man? How does that show that, you're on top of the food chain? To me, it just seems like buffoonery. So it's just a hilarious moment. So I want to reflect on that, and I want to say thank you for not accepting me to that party. And whether I meet any of these guys, it's nothing personal. It is just the fact that to me is not testosterone. That to me is not having lions, having tigers at an event. What the fuck does that have to do with testosterone? What the fuck does that have to do with being a good man and being a servant of the Lord? What does that have to do with anything that the world brings to you? If anything, I think that's being less of a man to fucking be next to a fucking wild animal in a cage. How about put the fucking wild animal back into the wild? That's what a man would do, I mean, you guys are all around a pool in suits. How about jump in the fucking pool and being a man? How about go up to the girl and say, hey, let's get the fuck out of here. This is, I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. I'm glad I wasn't there. And I do like the idea of events and networking and things like that. I just think I would have done it in a different way. And maybe I will in the future. And I'll look back at this and be like, you know what? That was hilarious and a super interesting thing. And I'm glad that that happened exactly like how it did. So that's my 2 cents, guys. And I just want to let you guys know all of this right here. There's a lot of stuff to do. This is all gonna get faded in. That's my fucking tea party.
Marie broke up with you, dude?
Oh. Alright, so
Poke bowls.
we're not getting poke bowls, but we are
Getting rock and rolls.
we're getting rock and rolls. Some sushi to start the evening. And then we're gonna kinda go from there. This looks like a grand opening here. You wanna whoa. God damn, you almost took your ankle out.
I don't know how it did.
This place is looking nice right now.
Oh, it was
Yeah, it's a whole place they still gotta construct. But we're going to rock and roll. This place looks great. Yeah. All right, we got the punk roll.
Punk roll. Mick Ultra trying to watch the calories, guys.
This guy, he's on a diet.
195.
We got ramen. Cute little family. Nice vibes here. All right, me and Eddie Girl are going over to Andy's to get some ice cream to end the night. Quick note, gambling sucks, and I just lost $20 to Garrett playing blackjack, and I just hate gambling, no matter how big or small the loss is. It just drives me nuts. So gotta feel better now with some ice cream, so we're gonna head there. All right, sweet. We got the ice cream secured. I always get Oreo and cookie dough. Got the same order, I think, every single time that I've ever gone to Andy's since college. Just love it, the way it hits. So, cool fact. Walmart is the largest employer with 2.1 million employees in the United States. Second to them is Amazon with about 1.5 million employees in the United States. I'm committing to the goal of being the largest virtual employer in the world or in the United States one day. So I'm going to set the goal. I'm assuming by that time that I could hit that, these companies will probably be at 3-4 million. So I'm going to shoot for 5 million. I'm going to have 5 million people virtually working for the Fidan organization one day in the future. And by doing that, that means I could help and assist, and I could drive the families of those 5 million people, and I could help them more than, you know, I don't know what I'm getting at. All I'm saying is it's a goal of mine, and I've been really trying to think bigger on my ventures lately, and to get a little bit away from just business and numbers and money. I just watched a podcast with Alex Hormozi and Eddie Girl and Tony Robbins, and they have billions of dollars. They're both billionaires. If Alex isn't already, he's going to be really, really soon. And they both come to the, assumption that numbers will never be enough. And now they're really starting to lean into Sorry guys, to keep running out of storage on my phone. So I'm filming this on Snapchat for you guys just to make sure we're still getting the vlogs going. What I was saying was Tony Robbins and Alex Hormozi were sitting down, they were talking, they were saying that the numbers were never enough and their ventures have altered, and now they're really focusing on philanthropic things. And Tony Robbins is feeding billions of people. Alex Hormozi is going to commit to getting a ton of people to hit $100,000. One of my things now, along with the list that I've put together, I want to have one of the largest, companies as far as employers. I don't care what numbers we hit. I truly don't. Obviously, I want people to make money. I don't want to have 5 million employees and everybody makes $1, because that's not helping anybody. But if I could make that my goal, and let's say if everybody could hit a $50,000 salary, I'm helping a lot of families. So that's one of my goals. I'm also doing food. I want to do oxygen with trees. I really want to help the wildlife. I want to help the youth. I want to do a lot of good things. So that's kind of my mission now, and it's just to change my mindset now to like shoot for the moon and really, really, really big dreams and goals and really large objectives. And then also still have fun on the analytical side of things and still have business, earn a ton of money, and make my family very proud. But I want to help a ton as well. So that's my side note. I'm about to get into this ice cream now. Let's head back. Hopefully we can make it back in time for the final fights. Again, the Lord spoke to Moses